Hi, my name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm going to show you the Too Faced Italian Spritz palette. It's new for spring, I think. I don't think we're quite at summer yet. And let me give you my whole story, as I usually do, before we dive into this. So here, let me just show you. Here's the package, right? And let me open it up. I saw this online. My friend showed it to me. My enabling friend who knew I would probably buy it. And I saw it online and I looked at it and my first thought was like, wow, I have to have that because I love Too Faced. It's got some blues in it. It's got purples. It's got peaches. I'm happy. But looking more at it, I said to myself, I really don't need that. It's very neutral, which is usually what Too Faced does. And it looks like some of the shimmers aren't going to perform well. So I watched like half a video of it on YouTube to see if this was like worth my time. And yeah, it looks like, at least from that one half a video, it looks like, you know, the shades that I'm most drawn to are not going to perform too well. But I am going to see for myself what happens with it, and I will let you know how I feel, and hopefully I will like it. One more thing I want to talk about before we get this video officially started. Do you see my eye? Do you see this? This is a sty, probably because I haven't cleaned my makeup brushes in quite some time. Don't do that. You should clean your brushes, first of all. Second of all, I'm about to put makeup on. You shouldn't do that also. And I'm putting on new makeup. Also a bad idea. If I am allergic to this and I get an allergic reaction on top of this sty, it's not going to be good for me. Please, in all seriousness, do not do this. If you have a sty or some kind of eye infection, anything, do not put makeup on. Leave it until it's healed. Don't do what I'm about to do because I want to show you the palette and because I want to try it out. Do not do this. Do as I say, not as I do. This is a very bad decision. Don't do it. So, this is Jessica from the future talking. I just had to have a knife put in my eyelid while I was awake. I don't know how I managed to do that. If this procedure is successful, then I won't have to have eye surgery. So I cannot say that this is directly related to me putting makeup on my sty, but I can say that I certainly wouldn't recommend it just in case. It smells terrible. So the Italian Spritz, I'm assuming, is this alcoholic beverage on here. I don't drink. It smells like citrus, but also like, I hesitate to say alcohol because it doesn't smell like the drinking alcohol, if that makes any sense. To me, it smells more like perfume alcohol, like the alcohol that's in perfumes. I don't like it. That's first thing. So am I going to get an allergic reaction to this? Maybe. Let's hope not. I have this eye primed, this eye not, and as you see, I'm going to an in-person karate class, so this should get a good wear test. I'm going to start with my dollar store brush and go into Gelato, which is a nice cream shade, matte cream. All right, it's a little more than a matte cream. It's quite pigmented, and it's a little bit more peach. So I'm going to use this as a base shade from Crease to Brow Bone. This seems nice and pigmented. It's hard to choose what I want to do here. I mean, there's definitely a few shades that are just, they look super similar. I didn't do swatches yet, so I don't know. All right, I'm just going to make a decision. I am going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I'm going to go into Capri Fun. I just randomly selected. So that is like an orange. Okay, and let's see how we do. This is going to be my transition shade. It's a pretty cool shade. This is applying nicely, blending nicely. Let's see how we do. Of course, I hope the palette works out. I want it to. I want to keep it. I want to like it. I want to, you know, when I spend money, I want to make sure it's something I like. I want to enjoy it. But I just don't have a good feeling about it. Just trying to spread this upwards more. That's my eye shape problem. That is not an eyeshadow problem. I definitely feel like I'm wearing orange juice on my eyes. That's pretty cool. All right, then I'm gonna go into Gelato. No, that's a lie. Then I'm going to go into Espresso Yourself with my IBY crease brush. And it looks like it's a medium brown. Okay, I'm just going to put this in the crease. Now, of course, did they give us a brow bone highlight? No, a shimmery one. Anyway, like with all these similar other neutral shades in here, like they totally could have skipped one of those. I think the video I watched, the girl had trouble with this one. I'm not having any trouble with it. It's just maybe a little bit lighter than it could be. Okay, I'm trying to put some more in. That being said, though, I don't want to lose Capri Fun, so I'm going to take that again and just add a little more up here. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Espresso Yourself. Yeah, it's more like a medium brown. And I'm going to put just a tiny bit on the outer corner of my lid. Then I'm going to take Como After Dark. And I have a feeling this is going to like crease and make a mess. I don't even know what kind of shade it is. Yeah, it feels very wet, like a cream. It's like a gunmetal kind of color. I'm gonna put that toward that outermost corner of my eye. I'm just gonna put a little bit on in hopes that it's not going to crease and make a big mess. Then I'm going to keep building inward with Lake and Bake. I have a feeling this is going to be the same deal. Yeah. Actually, this looks darker maybe. Let's see. I'm going to put this toward the middle and blend it in. These are definitely not going to stay. Then I'm going to take Lake Como. Same thing I expect here. This one is very sheer. Oh, it's building though. Let's see. I'm going to put that in the inner third to inner half and blend it into that teal. So I think part of this look here is just poor color combinations on my part. Like I would want a deeper crease than what I have going on now. I guess it's not too late. I guess I could try to put some of Mamma Mia with my IBY crease brush. It's a purple. Let me see if I can deepen this up. All right, that's better. Do I kind of look like I'm a sunset? Yeah, it's not my style. I don't really understand why people don't put like darker mattes in their palette, but then they put like a really dark shimmer. I don't know. That's not how I wear my shadow. Like, I don't know. Tell me what you do with something like that. Or do you just like not use it and you let it sit in the palette? I don't know. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. I'm going to go into Capri Fun. And I'm going to put that on the outer half of my lower lash line. That was a beautiful face, wasn't it? Then I'm going to take my smaller version of that brush from Wish, and I'm going to take Mamma Mia and put that a little bit closer to the lower lash line over that same area. Then I'm going to take Como After Dark. I'm going to put a little bit of that on my lower lash line on the outermost corner. Then I'm going to take Lake and Bake on that same brush, bring that more into the middle of the lower lash line. That one's not picking up well on the brush. And then I'm going to take Lake Como and put that on the inner, like third to inner half of my lower lash line. This one's actually picking up decently on the brush. I hate Como, like the name here, because I always think of Governor Cuomo. Like, my grandmother could never say his name right when he was in office. So, and like, you know, like during the pandemic when all those updates would go out like every single day, she would say, "What's Como saying today?" And we're like, "Grandma, for the 50th time, it's Cuomo." Fun fact. Okay, so this is definitely not the most glamorous look that I've ever done. The light blue is odd in a way that it's not that shiny, if that makes any sense. Like, even though I put like a lot on, I'm gonna try to touch it up a little more on both sides. Like, I feel like it kind of dulled the shine and the sparkle of the other shades too that I overlapped it with. Yeah, color choice definitely not great here. I did like Capri Fun. I'm gonna hit my head with this palette. I liked Mamma Mia. Espresso Yourself was okay. It's just, you know, a medium brown is not my type of thing. I mean, this was pretty, but I don't think the formula is going to hold up. Also pretty, but quite dark. Don't think the formula is going to hold up. And I just spoke about this one. Like, the sheen is kind of disappearing. And, I mean, I love the color, but I don't think that formula is going to hold up either. So, we shall see. Okay, so just as I expected, the shimmers just like kept spreading upward. They didn't crease, which was good, but they did spread upward. And it was pretty obvious based on the color choices I picked. Like, you know, because these were like so dark and this was just like a different tone and it was lighter, like you could tell. Maybe if they were more cohesive with each other, that wouldn't have happened, but I can't be sure. So I'm going to try out some different things today. Also, my eyes felt a little bit itchy this morning, but I was quickly fine, so I don't know if it had something to do with this or something else. I'm not sure. But today I'm going to do some swatches. Let's see if we can get a better idea of what some of these look like. Holy Cannoli. Ciao Bellini, that's that same texture. When in Rome. Hello, where's the fourth one? Take Me to Church, kind of funny. But let's see. I mean, the mattes were fine. I mean, these shimmers look really pretty, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna go well. Like, I don't know why they changed their formula. Feelin' Saucy, Lake Como. Now, this is a different texture than these. It's probably the same one as that one. Let's find out. Toasted in Tuscany. Sin Sin, Chin Chin. I don't really know how to say that. Spritz and Glitz. Spaghetti About It. Grappa Don't Preach. Espresso Yourself. Lake and Bake, Capri Fun, Mamma Mia, Como After Dark, uh-oh, are we gonna make it? Oh yeah, we will. There's only two. Impostable and Gelato. Just made it. So here are the swatches. I do see differences in the, like, say, more neutrals or the pinks and peaches. I guess it would depend on how you paired them. But let's see how they wear on the eyes and like how they appear on them. So today I have both eyes primed. Again, this sty, as you see, is still here. It's red, it's swollen, it's tender. Don't put anything on styes, any kind of eye irritation, etc. Leave the makeup off of it until it heals. Disclaimer, don't do this. I'm going to start with Gelato again. Ooh. And it's my dollar store brush, and I'm just going to make this the base shade from Crease to Brow Bone again. This did work out well yesterday. I'm going to try Holy Cannoli with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it. And look at that, it's very powdery. Let's see. This is going to be my transition shade. Yeah, it's very light. Then I'm going to take my IBY crease brush and I'm going to go into When in Rome, that like pinky watermelon color, and I'm going to put that in the front half of my crease. It's pretty. Then I'm going to take Mamma Mia and I'm going to put that in the outer half of my crease. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it. I'm going to go into Espresso Yourself, but this time I'm going to try to put that on the very outer corner. Like the very outermost, deepest crease, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And I'm going to put a little of that on the outermost corner of my eye. Oops, I made a mess. I can fix that. Now I'm going to take Sin Sin Chin Chin. I don't know what this is. It's a brown copper. It's very shiny, but very thick and creamy. And I'm gonna put this on the outer, like, third of the eye. It kind of reminds me of a blend between the formula of the Chocolate Gold palette and the Too Femme one from last year. And that's not a compliment. It's, I don't know, that thick, creamy, cream kind of eyeshadow that on my eyes doesn't wear great. Then I'm going to take Spritz and Glitz and I'm going to put that on the inner 2/3 of my lid. See, here we go. Now, would this be better with a glitter glue? Maybe I should have tried that. But again, this one, it's like that light blue one. It doesn't have a lot of sheen. It really doesn't pack a punch or anything. See? I would say so far it looks like the mattes are pretty good, but the shimmers... Then I'm just going to mimic what I have on the lid on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take, I guess I should use the brushes. I kind of just want to use my fingers, but this is a trial, so I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, going into Espresso Yourself. Did I say Espresso before? I might have. I'm going to just put a teeny bit of that on the outermost corner of my lower lash line. And then follow it up with Sin Sin. Keep going, like building inward. So this is like the outer half-ish of my lower lash line. I don't like how that applied, so I'm going to use my finger. And then I'm going to try to apply this with a brush. The one from yesterday applied well. Let's see. I'm going to apply this to the inner 2/3 to inner half of my lower lash line. There we have it, folks. I'm not thrilled with it. Then on the other side, I'm also going to go in with my dollar store brush and go into Gelato and use it as a crease to brow bone base, setting my eyeshadow primer. Then I'm going to take Impostable on my BH Cosmetics brush with 3 on it. Use that as my transition shade. It's like a golden brown shade, like a kind of like a mustard, but still kind of brown, if that makes any sense. Then I'm going to take my Ivy White crease brush and I'm going to go into Feelin' Saucy, which is like a bright orange. I feel like this looks like one of the ones from the original Gingerbread palette. I'm just putting this in my crease and I'm going to try to blend it out a little more. I'm not thrilled with how those layered. I feel like this kind of lost its orangey hue and went more brown. I mean, you saw on my arm, it's not, I mean, it's kind of brown, but it's orange. So, yeah. Then I'm going to take some of Feelin' Saucy and I'm going to put that on the outer third of my lid. See? It's orange. Then I'm going to take Ciao Bellini, which is like a peach, and I'm going to put that across my lid from like the inner 2/3. Ouch, that hurts. This is like chunky and not really blending or spreading too well. Can you see that? And like that's not the sty. Like where it's skipping over here, it could be the sty, but over here, no, that's the shadow. It's not me and it's not my eye issue. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 in it, go into Impostable again, and put that on the outer third of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take my smaller version of that brush from Wish, go into Feelin' Saucy, and put that in the same spot but tighter to my lower lash line. I'm going to take that same brush and then go into Grappa Don't Preach. It's not picking up well. Can you see that? And I'm going to put that on the inner 2/3 of my lower lash line. It's not working, so I'm going to use my finger instead. It's pretty, it's a nice bright gold, but again, it's that like chunky cream texture. Now I just want to show you what I'm about to do here. So partially just because of my eye shape and partially because of the sty, I got quite a bit of mascara like on my lid. So what I usually do in this situation, and I just want to show you like this little touch up that I'm making, I'm taking this little brush from Wish here and I'm going into the shimmer that I used, if it'll pick up. And I'm going to carefully go from the top here and apply it over the mascara. Okay, almost all of it. Just need to get this little piece right where the sty is. Ow, now it's in my eye. And that is certainly better. I don't think I want to mess around with it too much more. Maybe I'll take a little bit of Feeling Saucy and just on the tail end there where it got messed up. Just put a little of that in there. There we go. And then I just try to push my lashes back into place. Okay, so I don't like this palette. I think you guys already know what I'm going to say. Some of the mattes are good. Some of them are just okay. The shimmers I'm really not happy with for a variety of reasons. I mean, maybe it's just me, like because of my eye shape. I mean, has this worked for anyone with hooded eyes? Is anyone without hooded eyes having a problem with it? Lately I feel like the beauty community doesn't care about us hooded eye folk who can't handle like these cream shadows. I don't know. The color selection I think is pretty good. But I mean, again, I would have put a darker matte in here, maybe a really dark brown at least, to go with some of these darker shades. Again, I don't know how people are using this palette or other palettes that have a really dark shimmer but then not a really dark matte to go with it. And like I said, one of these for sure could have gone to become a brow bone highlight, a shimmery one. You have 18 shades in a palette. There's definitely room for a shimmery brow bone highlight. The smell I don't like, I told you, but I mean, that's probably a very personal preference type of thing. You know, I hope whoever bought this really loves it. Unfortunately, I don't love it. I think I'm going to keep it for now at least and play around with it some more. Maybe I can use it with my Then and Now palette because that one has quite a lot of shimmers. And maybe if I just played with the mattes and then use those shimmers, or of course I have my Colourpop Super Shocks that I could use. Obviously I didn't need this, especially when it's not even working out great. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the palette. I don't know what's going on with Too Faced lately. Well, I say that, but I mean, the owner left quite some time ago, so maybe that's why the palettes haven't been what they used to be. I don't know. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye! See you next time! Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a